What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Total Average Gamer here, back with another video. And today I wanted to make a a quick review of the Royal Rumble. I'm kind of disappointed. I'll be honest. I'm very disappointed, actually. The Royal Rumble men's match itself was completely bland. No new stars, no legends returning. Just a bunch of baloney. If that makes any sense. Like, I'm so glad because I was supposed to go to Royal Rumble, and then I decided, you know what, instead I'll just go to Philly because I live in Virginia. So I figured it would be easier just to go to Philly and go to Raw 30. And I'm so happy I went to Raw 30 because Royal Rumble did not cut it. The men's match wasn't all that good. Definitely not. I would have to give, if I had to give it a rating, I give the men's match about a 2.5 out of 5 because it was a good match. Don't get me wrong. You know, with Gunther and all that, and Edge, and the performances between Logan Paul and Ricochet and all that, it was a very good match. But just, you know, the whole point of Royal Rumble, you know, the excitement of, you know, who's gonna come out, who's gonna win, you know, all that stuff. It was just so obvious. It was like as if we had this screenplay right in front of our face. You know, it was very obvious, very predictable, very bland show. But you know what? I think I'm gonna repick my review, my score. I think I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Yeah, so men's match, 3 out of 5. Then the Pitch Black match, it was decent. It was a pretty decent match, but I loved everything about it. I loved the whole, you know, how it was that black light and how cool Bray Wyatt looked, and how cool Uncle Howdy jumping off of that whole stage thingy. You know, seeing the Firefly Funhouse characters come out, seeing that new mask, seeing all that. Sad news is that the Fiend will never return, Bray Wyatt said, which I think is a terrible idea. But anyways, Pitch Black match, I have to give it a 4 out of 5 because of the segment after. Bianca versus Alexa. Too much prolonging. You know, too much every week it ends with the light shutting off and Uncle Howdy coming up on the screen and her just looking at the screen and the show ends. Like, we go through that every week, guys. You know, we're done with it. Give us something better. I don't like that Bianca won. I love Bianca, one of my favorite women wrestlers of all time. But I really wanted Alexa to win. You know, it was very annoying. I give it a 2.5 out of 5. Wasn't all that great. The Women's Rumble match, fantastic. I honestly loved it. I love the fact that Rhea Ripley won. My favorite woman wrestler right now is Rhea Ripley, because she reminds me so much of The Undertaker. You know, like she got like this dark side, and she reminds me of Chyna also. So I have to give the Women's Rumble match a 4 out of 5 all day. And let's talk about the chair shot heard around the world. The Reigns versus Owens match was pretty good. You know, it's a decent match. But that segment afterwards, I think that was the greatest segment in WWE history, if you ask me. That was the greatest acting, the greatest screenplay, the way they did everything, the hesitation behind it. I'm going to have to sit here and say that was the greatest promo, greatest storyline in WWE history, if you ask me. And I have to give the Reigns versus Owens, because of that segment after, a 5 out of 5, making this Royal Rumble, this pay-per-view, 18.5 out of 25. But honestly, the pay-per-view wasn't all that great. You know, the War Games was so much better. Our last pay-per-view we had was War Games. It was so much better, but this is a decent pay-per-view. You know, the men's match really pissed me off. I hated that it was the first match of the night. You know, they ruined all my hopes to see Sami Zayn after he attacks Roman to come out at the Royal Rumble and win it. Or like I said, to have 2 winners. But anyways, looking forward, I strongly believe that we're going to see Roman versus Cody and Roman versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, because I don't see Jey Uso and Jimmy versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I don't see it at all. The way that, Jay walked right out and all that. So I don't see that happening. So I do see Roman Reigns, splitting the titles and losing them both at WrestleMania, which would be fantastic. And I think what's going to happen now is we're not going to see Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens for a few weeks, maybe a month. And, leading to WrestleMania, as we get closer to Mania, that's when we will start seeing them again. And I feel like, Kevin Owens is going to keep trying to get Sami on his side. Because, you see, Sami wasn't like, oh, I'm going to do this because you're hurting my friend. No, it was like, you're going to kill him. I have to stop this. So I think it's going to be like, because of you, because you wouldn't stay down. This is what, he was telling Kevin Owens in the match, stay down, stay down. So I think he's going to be like, because you didn't stay down, I lost my spot in the bloodline and I'll never get it back. So I think that's what it's going to be, the whole story of Sami pushing away Owens until something happens when he needs Owens and Owens comes out and helps him. And then the team will start. And then the whole Roman versus Sami at WrestleMania will start making sense. I think that what they're going to do is, what I want them to do is, because Rey Mysterio never came out and Cody jumped over the top rope, oh, well, guess what? There's another participant. It was supposed to be Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes on Raw, and they're having this spectacular match, and none of them will stay down. So they get up, they shake each other's hands, they make some kind of deal, and they walk out, and they both get counted out. They get a double count out. And then the next week later on Raw, Sami and Cody reveal that they made a decision with each other that Sami's going to go for SmackDown, Cody's going to go for Raw. I think that'd be pretty cool, but with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That is my update, my review, all that stuff, leading to WrestleMania. You have a good day.